Okay, here we go. We're going to get rolling right now. Start the countdown.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hey everybody, this is Stacy Carafotis of Lucky Dog Daycare and Boarding and Lucky Dog 2 Training and Enrichment Center. And you're listening to Garden City Community Chat with your hosts, Carrie and Mike, and of course, Tom with the weather. Enjoy the show.
Hello and welcome to Garden City Community Chat, a show dedicated to promoting our community and yours, offering news you can use and much more. And now, Garden City Community Chat. Hey, thanks for joining us for another episode of GC Community Chat. We are live right now on Facebook at facebook.com/GC Chat. We hope you are all well and staying safe. We have another great show for you tonight. Our first guest tonight will be Kelly Sandberg. She is the president of P.O.E.T Animal Rescue, and she'll be here to share with us all the great things they are doing. Also, our good friend and tax expert, Joe Bartley from J&J Taxes and More, is going to make an appearance with some important tax information for you, including answering any of your tax questions and those stimulus check questions as well. And they will be coming up here shortly, so stay tuned. Also, Mayor Walker has just sent me some information to share with you as well, including the latest COVID numbers for our community. So I'm going to have that for you a little bit later. Dr. Tom will be up first with your weather forecast, including how the holiday is shaping up. He'll be here in just a few minutes, so grab your favorite beverage, and we hope you'll join us for the next hour or so. Should be a good one. This is episode number 475. It's Thursday, April 9th, 2020. Mike is once again home practicing his physical distancing, staying safe and doing well. Hello, Mike. I am your host, Carrie, and also joining me tonight, our favorite chat weatherman, Dr. Tom Iwinski. Tom, how are you tonight?
I'm doing well. But what a wild weather Michigan day, per usual, right?
Yeah, I think we had a little bit of everything today, that's for sure. We'll get to you in just a few minutes. All right, we want to thank all the communities we reach every Thursday night. It's a great feeling to know so many of you are watching and listening. We really appreciate your support. And remember, if your community has any events or announcements you'd like to promote, please email the details to us at gccommunitychat@gmail.com. And we'll be more than happy to announce that information for you. Now, if you have any questions or comments for our guest tonight, and if you're watching us on Facebook, go ahead and type them in the comment section. And please remember, there might be a slight delay, or you can text your questions to 734-788-9319. Okay, I think it's time for Tom. We're going to get him in here with the latest check of the weather. And then we'll bring in our first guest, Kelly Sandberg from P.O.E.T Animal Rescue. Tom, let's go. Okay, let's do a check on weather with Doppler Tom. Let's see what he has in store for the rest of this week and the weekend coming up. Tom, take it away. Yeah, pretty crazy out there compared to yesterday, that's for sure.
I mean, this whole week has been a wild roller coaster of weather. I mean, we had some crazy stormy weather a couple of days back, and then a really nice day yesterday. And then, yeah, the temperatures really started to go down today, and we did not see a very pleasant day out there at times. Yes, we did see the sun, but it was, a little colder, a little bit more windier, and a little bit more winterier at times as well. We saw some rain. We saw some grapple, which is technically snow. It's just kind of like snowballs that were coming down, little tiny ones. And, that's now starting to wind down out there. Temperatures are going to stay on the colder side tonight. We'll probably bottom out right around freezing for an overnight low. And as we get into tomorrow, those winds are going to kind of continue to be around a little bit more breezier tomorrow, but not as strong as today's winds. But they'll still be noticeable out there. Temperatures will kind of be the same. We'll see temperatures into the 40s again for daytime highs out there, kind of in the upper 40s. And as we get into the weekend, this is a very big weekend. We should be doing a lot of big stuff and celebrating the Easter holiday, but
Right.
all considering we're not going to be, and all considering it's kind of good that we're not, because the weather isn't going to be the greatest as well. The
Right.
only good day is going to be during the daytime hours on Saturday. So if you do want to get out and about, especially to get some fresh air and to walk around the block if you want, it's definitely the day to do that, because temperatures are going to rebound a little bit more than they are the last few days. We'll probably get into the lower 50s for high temperatures with that sun continuing, and the clouds will really start to build up later in the day. And as we get into Saturday night, that's when our next system begins to work in, and the rain chances really increase, and we'll see some rain. We'll see rain on Saturday night on and off, and then it really gets going Sunday afternoon. On Easter Sunday, throughout the night on Easter. So we're going to see some wild weather again over the weekend. But the good news is that it appears that it will only be rain. We ain't going to be dealing with any thunderstorms. We're not going to be dealing with any snow. It's purely just rain out there. And those temperatures are going to kind of stay a little bit on the cooler side, a little bit warmer, if you will. On Sunday, we'll probably get into the upper 50s for high temperatures. And then as we get into Monday, we'll see some morning rain, but those winds will increase on Monday, and we'll see temperatures kind of bottoming out throughout the day. And those winds will continue into Monday night. And then as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday, another cool down. We'll see those temperatures again falling back into the 40s for high temperatures, but drying out. And then toward the end of next week on the Thursday and Friday, we'll try to get those temperatures to warm up a little bit more into the upper 40s and lower 50s. So a little bit of a cool down. We definitely have been spoiled the last few days with much more milder temperatures. We got into the 70s over yesterday and the day before, and it was just unbelievable how warm
crazy.
It was
for
this time of year. And like I said, that created a very stormy time on April 7th, and all across the region there was a lot of severe weather, and the biggest severe weather with that system was large hail. There was quite a bit of large hail all across the state. Luckily here we saw a little bit of hail, but the good news is that the worst cores of those stronger hail cores really missed us, which is good. I'm not complaining at all, because you can have a disaster with insurance companies with your vehicles or whatnot. But the good news was that it kind of avoided us here in, at least in Wayne County, at least some areas seen over some places in the state of Michigan saw 2-inch diameter hail, which is unprecedented. That's over golf ball size hail. And some places outside of the state saw baseball size hail. So it was a very dynamic system that moved through the entire region. And the good news is that system's winding down, and we saw a pretty good light show with that system as it moved through the region. And expanding outward and quickly talking about some other weather, the severe weather is going to continue as we get into parts of the country, especially across the southern United States. That severe weather is ongoing right now in Texas, and it's going to be shifting eastward all across the Gulf Coast states over the weekend, and there could be some tornadoes with that system as well. There's some snow way to the north across northern Maine. They're going to be dealing with some snow up there, up in that region. They're going to see over a foot of snow up into northern Maine. It's unbelievable. But they actually probably are used to it up there, to be perfectly honest. Other than that, that's pretty much the weather. It's staying a little bit on the cooler side here across the Great Lakes with a rainy Easter. But if you want to keep tuned to all my local weather information, just go to my website, dopplertomsweather.com.
All right. Sounds good. Yeah, we need some, we should have bottled yesterday's weather, I guess, eh?
Absolutely.
Crazy. All right. Thanks, Tom. All right. Just a quick reminder, our show streams live every Thursday evening at 8 p.m. So we hope you'll set aside some time to join us, and be sure to invite your friends to join in as well. Also, if you go to our Facebook page at facebook.com/GC chat, be sure to follow us, and you'll be reminded whenever our show is streaming live. And while you're there, go ahead and feel free to leave a review, and we would really appreciate it. I also want to remind you that we have a new website where you can go and contact us and follow us on Facebook and also listen and watch the show. Please visit the website at gccommunitychat.com. Okay, we're going to introduce our first guest for tonight. She is the president of the P.O.E.T Animal Rescue. Please welcome Kelly Sandberg to the show.
Hi,
Kelly.
thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank
Bring
you.
a little surprise tonight with us. We have a cute little German Shepherd puppy. She's 7 weeks old.
Wow.
You have 5 of them. They're all sisters. Say hello to everybody. This one here is Ava.
Ava, okay.
And they are the A litter. And Ava happens to be named after one of our younger volunteers she's been volunteering with us for about 3 years.
Mhm.
And they're all real sweet.
Right?
Say hi.
Ava's available, right, Kelly?
Pardon me?
Ava is available.
No, actually, I'm going to put her down and get her out of here. Actually, all 5 of the sisters are currently under contract to be adopted once they're old enough. But we do have 15 other puppies that are still available.
Okay.
They will be coming up in the next 3 weeks or so.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. So let's get to it, Kelly. How and when did you become involved with P.O.E.T?
You know, I probably should say I blame this on my son. My youngest son played travel ice hockey his whole life. And once he stopped playing hockey, I realized, what am I going to do with myself? So I actually started volunteering with the rescue about 5 years ago.
Okay.
And now I go full-fledged. We're, a 501c nonprofit rescue.
Yep.
We are located in Garden City.
Awesome.
However, we go everywhere. We have fosters on the east side, in Howell, all over the place, because we are basically a foster-based rescue.
Okay.
But, Garden City is where I'm from. So, of course, this is where my heart is.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Where do you foster all these dogs?
I know. Sometimes it's hard,
Yeah.
I like to stick with the puppies right now, because, they usually get a home pretty quick. So
Quite an undertaking.
We have a wonderful group of volunteers. Everybody at P.O.E.T is 100% volunteers. None of us get paid. So, with
Are you always looking for volunteers?
Always looking for volunteers.
Okay, and your phone number is on the screen there, so they can contact you at that number.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
Another thing that P.O.E.T Animal Rescue does is we do a lot of outreach in the communities. We go to Southwest Detroit quite a bit. We hand out food. We give spay and neuter vouchers. So we're really trying to make a difference in those areas that are hit pretty hard by just spaying and neutering. That's where the German Shepherd puppies came from. They are purebred German Shepherds. People think that, in rescues, you don't ever get a purebred, but that's not the case. we all breeds, absolutely all. So,
I do have a question. Joe Bartley wants to know, he's just curious, what kind of puppies do you have that are available?
Right now we have one American Bulldog.
Okay.
He's absolutely beautiful. We have 10 from one litter that are what we call a Detroit special. We actually did the DNA testing on that litter, and they have a little bit of everything in them. German Shepherds, American Bulldog, Pit, a little bit of Rottweiler, and, Husky. So they're going to be ready to go in about 3 weeks.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Awesome.
And then we also have 2 other females that are a German Shepherd Husky mix.
Okay.
They're ready to go this week, actually. And then we have a little guy named Pedro. He's just a little mutt. He came to us with severe mange at the age of about 7 weeks. So we've been treating him, and he's doing really, really well. All of his hair is growing back, and he will be ready to go pretty soon as well.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So, P.O.E.T, what does that stand for?
It stands for, no, this wasn't my thing, but
Okay.
it's Pet Ownership Education and Training.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good.
Which is something that we really, really strongly believe in.
So what exactly is your mission? You want to explain that? It's to foster and place these dogs then and
Yeah,
rescue.
our mission, we have a very large mission, know, in as far as we take in a lot of dogs that are just absolutely starved to death, very sick, injured, hit by a car. And we raise money to get them fixed up and then, eventually find them, their home, their forever homes.
That's what else I wanted to ask you was you accept donations, correct?
Oh, absolutely. P.O.E.T.
Monetary
survives on donations alone. We do not get any money from the state. It's strictly from fundraising, donations. Our wonderful group of volunteers. We have such a support group, and we could never do it without all of our volunteers. That's for sure. Yeah, all of us are like a big family.
Do you work closely with a veterinary then?
We absolutely do. We use Animal Care Hospital of Livonia and Pet Care in Lincoln Park.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. So you rescue not only dogs and puppies, but cats and kittens as well?
Oh, absolutely. Yep. We primarily do dogs, but we also do, cats. We have a few cat fosters. We bring them in. Sometimes we have the mom cats and they have babies and then, before all of our animals are adopted out, they get, usually our puppies and kittens have 2 rounds of their shots already.
Okay.
We microchip them, we spay, neuter them. And, of course they're wormed and, had a health certificate.
Now, what would be the average cost of, say, adopting a puppy then? Once all that's done.
If it's a puppy with P.O.E.T. Animal Rescue, it would be $300, but that does cover everything. If you were to take your dog to a vet, if you got a puppy,
right,
it would be more than that.
Yeah. That's not a bad price at all. Now, during these crazy times, Kelly, I know that you want to talk about something you're doing special for our seniors.
So absolutely. Any senior in Garden City that needs help with animal food, either cat or dog, please contact us. We can do porch drop-offs for you. We do have a limited supply, so we're asking for just seniors at this time. And then, it's at no cost to you. Just call us. Let us know what animals you have. Wow. There's enough volunteers. We will just leave it right on your porch.
Oh, that's awesome. That's really awesome. Yeah, they'll appreciate that. That's for sure. It's crazy times right now.
Oh, it is. Every little bit helps.
Yeah.
We've been out at some of the food banks as well, handing out food. So, to people in need.
Yeah, exactly. Now, with the 4-year-old tiger at the Bronx Zoo becoming infected with COVID-19, there's been a lot of questions and discussion about if our pets can become infected or carriers of COVID. You want to comment on that?
I'm not a veterinarian.
Yeah.
So I all I can do is give you my opinion. From what we've researched to what we've heard is that we cannot get it from our pets. I guess my answers are probably the same as yours. We just don't know.
Right.
But at this time they're saying no, that, it's not going to be passed through our pets.
Right. But like you said, we just don't know. This is such a crazy virus that you just don't know, right?
We don't know. Exactly.
There's people that can be infected and they don't even know it and be carried.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And with the, we really aren't advertising much on adoptions at this time. Of course, everybody, it's all of our volunteers and everybody's kind of taking a step back right now. It's just the board members that have been working and, delivering the food and helping the people.
Right.
Because we want everybody to stay safe.
Yeah.
All of our dogs are in foster homes, so we don't have to worry about them. And
so they're being taken care of. That's good. Yeah, it's a tough time for everybody, even our pets. That's for sure.
Oh, absolutely. They want to know when we're leaving. I think they've had enough of us.
Yeah, exactly. They like just laying around, doing nothing.
I know. We interrupt their naps every day.
Exactly. So anything else that you wanted to cover while I have you on here?
We are still looking for volunteers. The worst part of this, the COVID epidemic or pandemic, I'm sorry, is, the fear of losing your volunteers.
Right.
Exactly. When people step away from something for a certain amount of time, we only hope and pray that everybody's going to come back after this is all over.
Yeah.
So we're always looking for new volunteers. We do adoption events usually twice a month at the PetSmarts. We need people to help just walk the dogs and answer questions for people. We have temporary kennels sometimes. When dogs, first come to us, they go there until their fosters pick them up. Mm-hmm. We're always looking for people to walk them there. So just, keep in mind, if your kids are grown and you're looking for something to do, this is a great community. Our volunteers are all close and you might want to give it a try. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If you're wanting to volunteer, the numbers are on the screen, 734-407-7638. And also if you'd like to donate, I imagine pet food too, that you'll take, right?
Oh, absolutely. During this time. Absolutely.
Yeah. It's tough.
We're tapped out just about all of our resources right now.
I bet. Lynn Hannon says, you have a great pickup system too. You don't even have to get out of your car.
Nope. Not at all. Like I said, just, call us or you can email us at poetdogs@gmail.com. Mm-hmm. And, send us your address, or we're also on Facebook, P.O.E.T. Animal Rescue. So you can message us through Facebook, and, we usually within that day, we will get the food to you. We don't need to make contact with you. We'll just leave it right on your porch and we'll be gone.
That is awesome. That is awesome. And hopefully I would hope that they would give you a donation sometime down the road though.
Well, sometimes seniors are on a very fixed income. So, sometimes it's hard to do that. And we understand. Yeah. We're hoping that others will, that are maybe more fortunate can, help out with that.
Right. Colleen Allen says, thank you for Scooby.
Oh, you're welcome.
You're already just love them.
Yeah. We have a lot of adopters in Garden City.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, is, I'm sorry if I pronounce this wrong. Nuri Jambo is.
Missouri. Yeah. Actually, that's kind of a little code name for her because she's an OT for the school systems in Ann Arbor. So, she doesn't like to use her real name out there.
I gotcha.
Yeah. Just, because of the school system.
She says Woodhaven Animal Hospital too, I guess you use.
Yes, we do use Woodhaven quite a bit for our specialty cases. They have a hyperbaric chamber there, which is a pretty rare thing for animals to be able to use.
Rare. Yeah, that's awesome.
We recently had to amputate a 4-month-old husky's leg. When we received him he was 6 weeks, and his one leg wouldn't bend at all. He was like a peg leg. Wow. So we ended up, going out to Woodhaven and with ARF, who helped supplement some of the money for us. And they had to amputate his leg, even though we tried to save it. And we put him through chiropractic services. And they really did try their hardest to get his leg to start bending. But we realized recently that can't be, and it had to come off. So the hyperbaric chamber is a great tool. When having to amputate, it promotes healing.
Yeah, it helps.
Absolutely. And Dr. Greer out there, she's just probably one of the best vets I've ever seen.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. They do a lot of our specialty cases. Absolutely.
Lori Mackerel says you do bunnies too sometimes.
We do. From time to time, we've come across bunnies. We partner up with PetSmart in Brighton. And most of our bunny rabbits will get adopted out of there.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, we've done just about everything. One of our other volunteers, our board members, she'll take the raccoons, the squirrels, and she'll nurse them back to health. She's, so we don't discriminate.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah,
well, some great things. That's for sure.
Absolutely. It's where our heart and our passion is. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Most of our volunteers and board members all work full time as well.
Wow.
So you basically, this is 2 full-time jobs.
Yeah.
So,
Jambo says to one of our listeners in there that dogs cannot be carriers as of current research. So that's good news.
As of current research, I agree. And that's what we've been told. However, it's hard to make a comment on that because I'm not a veterinarian and I don't know. But
yeah. There's another question. What if they don't have a PayPal account? Is there another way they can make a monetary donation?
Oh, absolutely. On our website, which is P.O.E.T Animal Rescue. I'm sorry, POETanimalrescue.org. And you can just make a donation there.
Okay.
Or else you can donate right on our Facebook page.
Awesome. Carol Lair says she's currently fostering 10 puppies.
Yeah, she's our other board member. She's actually a retired teacher.
Wow.
And she is the one, and she has 10 babies. They're 6 weeks old. They're quite a handful for her.
Wow, I bet that keeps her busy.
Yes.
Wow, that's great.
And she also adopted one of our previous shepherds that we had. We, went down to Blue Pearl and found out that it had a severe heart condition. So they gave her just a couple years to live. There's nothing we can do for her. So Carol has adopted Riley and is raising her, and she's doing really well right now. She's about 6 months old.
That's awesome. I would imagine you get pretty attached to some of these dogs. I mean, that's tough.
Oh, I'm not going to tell you. We don't cry when they go home.
I bet. I mean, we're real dog lovers in our house, and we lost ours last year, but it is tough. It's like losing part of the family.
Oh, yeah. And that's the thing is the most important thing you have to remember, though, when fostering is if we kept them all, we wouldn't be able to keep fostering.
Yeah, exactly.
So our job is to show them love, make them feel secure, and know really, what it feels like to be fed every day, and just, to not be yelled at, or, and just enjoy, human contact.
Right.
So, when you go into it knowing that is your job, and the quicker that you get this dog or puppy situated, that you can help another one.
Wow.
And that's really what our mission is.
Yeah.
Is to help.
Let's see
as many as we can out there.
Lori says they all have names too, starting with Z.
Oh, and the litter of 10. Yes, that's our Z litter. Oh we have a zoo. Yeah, all of our litters, we have to do a what we call a theme.
Okay.
Because we never use a name twice.
Uh-huh.
So that's how we wound up with my German Shepherds being the A litters. Now we're at the Z litter as well. But we use TV shows. We've used, all kinds of different things.
Wow.
Channel 4 news, casters.
Oh my
you
God.
name it. We try to come up with something new.
Jambo says she's got a wheelchair dog as well.
We do. Our dragster was found in the streets on a curb, and he's completely paralyzed. And we, he was just in horrible condition. We had to do a lot of work with him. Lauren, who is Missouri, I'll say, is fostering and actually probably keeping him. So we've got some pictures on our website of him. He's done the Garden City Parade, the Santa Land Parade we did with them.
Okay.
And Dragster was there with his wheelchair, and he just gets rolling.
Yeah, I saw him. Yeah, I think I saw him.
Yeah, he was there, and he's doing fantastic. That's the thing. All of our board members, we all have special cases.
Yeah.
We get the ones that nobody else wants.
Right. Stacy Karafotis from Lucky Dog is in there and says P.O.E.T volunteers are awesome.
Oh, thank you, Stacy. Yes, we love Lucky Dog. That's a great place.
Yeah, she does a lot of work as well. A lot of good work.
Oh, absolutely. She's raised quite a bit of money for us, actually, on some of our, our more critical cases. And, she has donated, a few free sessions, or a weekend stay, for all of our fundraisers.
Sure.
And, and that's very important. And some of our other really big supporters are sports venue. Lori, they're at sports venue.
Lori's awesome.
She's one of our group, and we love her to death. And the hearts don't get any bigger than Lori's. Yeah. And she's a phenomenal volunteer, and even, as busy as she is, she makes time for those dogs.
Yes, she does.
Yeah,
You
she
know,
helped us quite a bit too with some large cases and just helping us fundraise.
well, we're very fortunate in Garden City to have you and Stacy and Lori for sure taking care of and looking out for our pets. We really appreciate it. Yeah. Well, I want to thank you. If there's nothing else, for coming on, you're always welcome back.
Well, thank you for having us.
I do have the names of the Z litter that's on the screen right now. So there you go. Everybody can see that.
Hey, yeah. We have to come up with something.
I love it.
Yeah, we've got soda pops, cereal, you name it. Chicken.
You guys are doing fantastic work, and keep up the good job and come back anytime. All right.
Thank you very much, Carrie, for having us. It was a pleasure being here. And please remember, seniors, if you need help, please contact us.
Yes.
We will be there that day. Drop the food on your porch and run.
Absolutely.
Never even have to see us.
Absolutely. And get those donations in. They can use it. And if you want to volunteer, please.
Especially during this time.
Yeah, I'll mention your number again at the end of the show. And if you get any events that are coming up after all this mess is over, please let us know, and we'll be more than happy to promote them for you.
Oh, I think that'd be fantastic.
All right.
All righty. Thank you very much.
All right. You take care and stay safe.
You too. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Boy, they do some great work. That's for sure. Okay, just a quick reminder, on next week's show, our guest will be Mr. Dennis Jalardin from the Livonia Camera Club. So all you camera and photo enthusiasts, be sure to mark your calendars for next week, April 16th. And then don't forget, April 30th, Garden City Public School Superintendent Derek Fisher is scheduled to come back to talk with us about the school bond proposal coming up on May 5th. You should be getting your absentee ballots in the mail anytime now, so make sure you vote. And we hope that you'll tune in for those. All right, we're going to introduce our next guest. He is a real friend to the show and a regular, especially during the tax season. Please welcome Mr. Joe Bartley to the show. Hi, Joe. How you doing?
Hey, Carrie. Hey, everybody.
Doing all right?
Doing good. How about you?
Doing great. Knock on wood.
Oh, yeah.
So, hey, thanks for being here tonight.
Sure. Thanks for having me.
I bet you've been pretty busy, huh?
I have, between taxes and trying to figure out all the stimulus stuff. It's been been challenging. There's a lot out there.
I bet. So for those that might not know who you are, if they've lived under a rock, give us a brief background about yourself, Joe. Name of your business, how long you've been doing this, etc.
So I'm from J&J Taxes and More, which is in Garden City, right downtown Garden City, right between kind of Orange Jewelers and the DDA. So I give you
right
in the back there, just a little hole in the wall office. Been there 15 years or so. Started out, been doing taxes about 25 years.
Wow.
And taxes, and then bookkeeping, accounting. I'm a notary.
And the J&J stands for
Joe and Janine. Janine is the wife,
uh-huh.
and we created it together. And she kind of stepped away a few years ago, but she helps on the side, making out Christmas cards, stuff like that. So she'll help a little bit.
Every little bit helps, right?
That's right. That's right.
So, Joe, with the physical distancing that's going on, how are your clients able to get their tax information to you at this time?
So I've got a few different ways. I've got a portal, which is nice. I started doing it last year because I think that's probably the future. But where people can scan their documents, drop them right in the portal, and then I'll receive them. I get an email saying, hey, there's paperwork in there,
right.
So then I can bring them up, do the taxes. I can drop it right back in the portal, and then they can look at it. So that's one option. The other option, they can email me their documents. I'm not nuts about doing that just because, email isn't always 100% safe.
Mm-hmm.
Not that, not that we've ever had any issues, but I'm still sometimes a little leery, but sometimes, people can't figure out the portal or something like that.
Exactly.
And with either of those two options, I just started doing the DocuSign.
Uh-huh.
So it's a legal way to sign documents. The IRS approves it, where I can send the people their
Awesome.
documents, and they can click and sign it from their living room or wherever they're at.
Uh-huh.
So that's an option. I do also have a Dropbox
Right.
inside the office building, and the building is staying open from 10 to 4,
Okay.
Monday through Friday. And if you just come in the main doors, and then the Dropbox right next to my office door,
Yeah,
and
you
then
can't miss it.
you shove it right in there, and then I'm going to the office a couple times a week and picking things up. I'm not doing any face to faces, but we can't do that. I did do kind of a face to face Monday, I guess it was. I did have a gentleman. He just wasn't good on the computer and all this. So I like laid his stuff out and like on the table over there. It's like, go ahead and sign it and grab your copies. And right.
With the mask on, all that.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But so those are definitely options.
Yeah, one of the easiest way, I mean, is just bring your stuff and drop it through the slot there in your door. Very
Exactly.
simple, very easy, and like
Exactly.
there all the time. So
Yeah, and with them adding, and most people know, a few people don't, but they did add the due date is not till July 15th now, so that kind of helps too.
right.
I don't necessarily advise people to wait that long, but that's an option if you don't feel comfortable with any of the other three.
Right. That was my next question. They did extend the tax deadline then till when now?
July 15th.
July 15th. So that gives them quite a bit of time now.
It
And
does.
too.
Yeah. So in one way it's good, and one way it's bad. Sometimes you like to, to get it all out of the way, and then if people have refunds coming,
Sure.
they probably want to get that money in their pocket. Especially right now with everything going on.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Exactly.
Let's get into the stimulus checks a little bit. I know that you've said a lot on Facebook. They're supposedly in the mail, right? Pretty soon.
They should start next week is what I'm understanding. The first round of them. There's going to be a lot of checks issued, and when I say checks, also direct deposit. If however you filed your last income tax, if you did a direct deposit, then it's going to be directly deposited.
Yeah, that makes it simple.
Exactly, that's the best way. But I haven't heard exactly how they determine who's going to get it, because obviously they can't do everyone's at once. That's just physically impossible.
Sure.
So I don't know how they're going to, figure all that out, but they are going to start next week. And they said they're probably going to be issuing checks probably throughout the year, because it just to get caught up, and people that don't usually file taxes, they have said that they're going to be introducing probably in the next week or two what they call a simple tax form, which all it is your information, your name and address, and social security number, and then if you want, a direct deposit information too, and to send that to them. So I haven't seen any of those yet. I haven't even seen any drafts.
Yeah.
So as soon as I hear something or see something, I'll post it on my Facebook page so people will be able to prepare for that.
And your Facebook page is J&J Taxes and More, right?
Right.
Search for that.
Right.
Do you want to let everybody know about the amounts again? What the amounts are and what the limit is, the cutoff?
And I'm doing this from memory. I wrote a few notes down. I didn't write that down, but 1,200 for single. The cutoff is what I say, 70,000 to 98,000. So between those amounts, if you make between those two amounts, you'll get a reduced amount. And then married filing joint is 150 to I think it's 198, and that's 2,400.
Right.
And then $500 for every child under 17. So they're
Living in-
using
yeah.
they're using the same rules as the child tax credit. I
Okay.
know some people, I know one of my posts, someone, they were kind of complaining that it how did they come up with that? But they just use the same rules as the child tax credit.
Now, a lot of people want to know, Joe, is that going to be, you're going to have to declare that as income then, right? Next year?
So, so that's still kind of unclear. Is what they're saying, that it's going to be that it's an advanced credit.
Okay.
So it's supposed to be not taxable,
Right.
but somehow it's going to be on the tax return. They haven't figured that part out yet, but they're saying it's an advanced credit. I'm going to go out on a limb, and this is just me, and I usually don't like to speculate until I've actually got proof, but I got to believe it's going to affect your tax return somehow.
Yeah.
I just, I know years when they had the, what was it, President Bush, I believe they had some kind of a stimulus check. And I remember people ended up having that it went on tax returns. And I remember, I think I was doing taxes at H&R Block, and they a lot of people were not happy because they had to put that on their tax return. So I think I think it'll be something. It'll be something on there.
Well, it's going to be a lot of checks they're going to be sending out. I know that. Boy.
Yes.
Right. Now already the scams have started too with the stimulus checks, right?
Yeah, that's something. I posted probably. If people are liking my like my Facebook page, they probably think I'm beating it to death, but I just keep getting emails every day from the IRS or from the state or something. There's so many scams, and people need to really tell your seniors, especially tell your young people, because a lot of times the young people don't get it.
Right.
The IRS they are not going to call you and ask you for your bank account information or any kind of other information. They don't do that.
Right.
So you just got to be careful. And it's out there. I mean,
It is.
And they're getting people. They get people because if they didn't, they wouldn't do it if there wasn't some kind of gain in there. So people just need to be really diligent about telling their family members, especially, like I said, the elderly and the young people that sometimes are a little more easily fooled.
Yeah, the IRS will never ask for any information. They won't contact you by phone.
No, or email. They don't send you emails either.
Right.
And unless you're already corresponding with someone, that's the only time that they might.
Right. Okay, I do have a question for you, and it concerns the payroll protection program. You had given me a website. I'm going to stick that up on the screen there. People can go to. This is from Opal Loveland. She is the owner of Prestige Eyewear in Garden City, and she would like your take on the PPP, which is the payroll protection program, with regards to any tiny businesses, smaller than small, with a small payroll. With no end date for getting back to work, unemployment seems like it might be the best solution for them. There just isn't much for other expenses. They did a new roof for $27,000 and then was told to close up. That didn't go as planned. Thank you, and thank you for all the posts. Very much appreciated. So, what are your thoughts on
that? Well, there's a couple different types of loans, so to speak, that are happening right now, and I got to read some of this but there's an economic injury disaster program, and there's a paycheck protection program. Now, the first thing that what you want to do, if you're looking to do that, you're going to have to get in touch with your bank or credit union. That's who's actually given the loan, and then through the Small Business Administration, through the government. So that's really where you're going to start. If you go to that website right there, the Paycheck Protection Program, Michigan.com, they've got a lot of information. I'm sending out some emails as a treasurer of the GCBA too, to some of the business owners that I'm working on with some of the handouts that they have, and I mean, there's a lot there. Now it can be used to pay mortgages, rents, utilities, and payroll.
Yeah.
Now the loans, and they are loans. There could be they're very low interest loans. I think the Paycheck Protection Program is actually a 1%. I think the other one is like a 3% or something like that.
Very low.
So the Paycheck Protection is probably the best way to go. So they can be used for basically any of your operating expenses. The loan, now it's possible to get it forgiven. And again, there's just so much information out there, and because they're kind of throwing it together. So a lot of it isn't super clear, but what they're saying is if 75% of the loan amount is for payroll, that it can be forgiven. So, especially a small business owner might want to adjust, to make sure that happens, to make sure that it's the 75% is going to the payroll. And that way you're getting, and maybe jockey money around other ways. I know it's difficult during this time, trying to juggle money.
Yeah.
Now, part of that too, the forgiveness is they were very clear that it's based on the employers, the businesses retaining or quickly rehiring and maintaining the salary levels for at least 8 weeks of the employees.
Oh, wow.
So you got to keep them on. You can't just take a loan and then lay the people off in a week. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Now I don't know exactly how they're going to ask for proof. Haven't seen that part yet.
Right.
The documents that you're going to need to take to your bank or credit union, of course, your payroll records. Now, if you have if your business uses a payroll provider, ADP or Paycheck or whoever, you be able to get the records from them.
Okay.
If you do it, if you do your own payroll, you want to just have your records available, where you paid people. The other documents, they need a list of employers, their salaries, their wages, and any kind of other compensation that you may pay for them, like insurance or things like that.
Sure.
They're going to want copies of the 941s, and that's the quarterly payments that you send in for your withholding, to claim your withholding. The W-3s for last year, which is that's kind of the master of the W-2s.
Yeah.
Sent to Social Security and then to the IRS. And then again, a record of any benefits. So you want to go through, go to that site that you had up there, and you can download a couple of different things, which is helpful, checklists and that kind of thing. I would try to call your bank or credit union right away. I know I got an email. I go through Huntington Bank, and I got an email, I think it was yesterday, that said that they were kind of pausing all the business loans for the moment to get caught up.
Oh, okay.
So
overwhelmed.
Right. Now, a lot of things that I'm seeing from, I'm on different sites and everything, is that a complaint is that the banks and credit unions, and they're denying this, but they're giving preferential treatments to their big businesses and their big corporations, and basically the small businesses are kind of getting the crumbs. They're denying that, but that's what the talk is.
Yeah.
So, but get in there, call, make your appointment. Go to the website. There's some great information on there, and it really walks you through a lot of stuff. It makes it pretty easy. And then try to get the application in as soon as you can, and then make sure you have those documents that I mentioned, because that's what they're going to ask for.
So,
Um,
so it actually sounds like maybe they're leaning towards unemployment. Maybe might be their better way of going. They don't know.
well, they, the additional, there's supposed to be an additional $600
A week.
for everyone on unemployment a week.
Yeah.
Supposedly that's starting this week or next week.
Mhm.
So, I mean, and from my understanding, that's going to be in addition to the 600 to what you would normally get.
Yeah.
So people may be better off on
Yeah.
unemployment.
Right. Some of them are going to get more than what they would normally bring home a week.
Right. You just have to look at it. I mean, like my thought is, for me personally, I don't want to take out a loan,
Yeah.
even if it's a low interest loan. I don't want to have another bill when all this ends.
Yeah.
But I'm
But some people
I
are.
don't need it. Yeah. I mean, I hope that doesn't sound bad, but
Right.
you, my business is okay right now because I'm still I can still do taxes even though it's
Sure.
from my living room. But some people can't operate their business and they don't have any income in it at all. And it's just me. I don't have employees. So
Right.
so that's something. But the 600, so that might be a better idea, I guess, just to look at it. And I guess if it was me, I would maybe start the process of a loan and see where it goes.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt. I mean, you could always not sign when it comes to,
Sure.
the time. The other thing, while I'm thinking about it, with the additional 600, a lot of people that are self-employed or like 1099 workers that don't get a regular paycheck every week, there is going to be a program for them. And it's what I had read something today from the state that by the end of the week there would be something concrete in place to where those people could apply for benefits too, unemployment benefits. So they're not just left out in the cold. That's the problem when people, like I know people get paid cash or whatever.
I mean, it just gets so overwhelming for these people. I just can't imagine. it.
Right. And it's these businesses are just, I know just driving like to the office, and I'll go and I'll pick up stuff from the Dropbox a couple times a week, and just to see, the businesses are empty and it's dark inside, and it's it's scary,
Sad.
yeah, like most of us, and probably most of the people that are like listening in, or if we're a small business owner, our margins are pretty tight. We don't have a lot. There's not a lot of cushion there for most of us. So
it's a bad thing. Now that extra $600 a week they're giving you, that's going to have to be claimed as income too, right?
Yeah, all unemployment is always
claimed.
Is always income, and that's the other thing that I always tell people when you're apply for your unemployment. And I know people are having, I saw online all the problems people are having, but you figure there's millions of people trying to apply. So people are just, you just need to be patient and keep trying and that kind of thing. But always have taxes taken out. I know people don't like that. But believe me, it's easier to start off from Jump Street having them take out. Then you're not missing it.
Yeah.
Because if we go a long time with this, there could be some considerable unemployment, and that's income. And then at tax time, people are going to be hurting because they've got all this income coming in, not all this, but a lot of income coming in, and haven't paid any taxes on it. It's going to hurt them at tax time next year.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy, and I just I feel for them. I really do.
It is, and people just need to take this seriously. I mean, that's the thing. Like I loved the shows with Mayor Wild, Mayor Walker. Just emphasizing the careful, but people still ignore the warnings.
Yes. Some of them don't get it.
I mean, and I mean, I was out, come back from the office the other day, and there was a group of kids. I actually live in Livonia now, but
Yeah.
A group of kids, on the side, all gathered around and talking. And it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And where are your parents? And, but you got to be smarter than that, and people are still going to the stores quite a bit. And I know we have our necessities that we need, but people, just get what you absolutely need and get out.
Exactly.
It's not good. This isn't going to end if people don't take it more seriously.
It's not that you can't sit on your porch or, work in your yard,
Right.
And it's not, you have to stay in the house, but you have to stay home,
Right. I know we went for quite a few walks and everything, which, we usually don't do. And we spent a lot of time on the porch and,
Yeah. I mean, my son, Derek, he said he was driving by, through Heinz Park, and I guess it was packed, just jammed with people.
Right.
I mean, how ridiculous is that? They're just not getting it.
Right. And it's tough. I know it's tough to stay home. I know I'm not one to really, I'm not good at staying home either. I like to eat out a lot and I usually eat out about every day. One of the restaurants, so it's been hard, because eating at home, but I think I'm gaining weight. I think that's for sure.
Joe, Sherry Weatherby Frost is on the screen. I just put it up. She came in late. She wanted to know if you covered the stimulus money. You want to just mention that again real quick for her?
Yeah. So they're saying that it's not taxable. It is an advance credit. Now, so, okay, what does that mean?
Yeah.
It's going to be on your tax return somewhere. It's not been clear yet exactly how. It's not taxable, but it's going to be on your tax return. So somewhere it will be claimed, So
I mean, it's going to have to be.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, when they had it, I think it was Bush, maybe Bush Senior, had the one
I can't remember
rebate or what it was, and I know that went on the tax return, and I know it wasn't a major effect, but it did affect a little bit. So
right.
It's just another credit that, but it's in advance. So
Jennifer Seals got a question up there. I have heard that the goal should be to try to get close to even instead of getting a return.
That's just a personal opinion, what everyone wants to do. Yeah. The so-called financial experts tell you that that's the best thing to do to break even.
Yeah.
I don't want to say I agree or disagree with that, because some people like to have a big refund because that's something that they do something special with it every year. Right. They do a home improvement.
Right.
They go on vacation.
Yeah.
So maybe they're going to buy a new car or something. So
right.
so they like a big refund, and that's okay if that's what you want to do. Again, the experts say, well, why do you want the government to hang on to your money? Well, because probably, I mean, let's face it, I'm speaking for myself, not for anyone else. Yeah. If I'm getting an extra $30 a week,
yeah,
I'm not going to save it. I'm just being honest. I'm not,
stimulate the economy.
Right. Exactly. A sports venue is going to get it or something, but, so, I don't know, that everyone's got their own idea. And that's what I tell people. And usually, like, I'll ask people, especially newer clients, like, okay, so what's your thought on, if on your either refund or if you owe, and try to tell them, okay, if you're not happy, if you're having to pay, do you want to get a little more? Would you like to get a little back, or would you get closer to even? I have people that'll get 15 grand back every year. And I've got people that owe 15 grand. So, it just depends on, and I don't, whatever anyone wants, I mean, but it's a good way to save money for people, and like I said, the experts say, oh, I'll save it. First of all, you're not going to save it. Second of all, you're going to put it in a savings account, and what kind of interest are you going to get? They're not paying any interest. So exactly. I don't know that it really, I don't know if that's a valid argument, but it's whatever you want to do and makes you comfortable, you know.
Yep, exactly.
Yep.
Personal preference.
Exactly.
All right, Joe. Boy, I think we covered just about any. You got any other thing in your notes you want to cover?
No, just I'm available if someone wants to. Obviously, if there's taxes to be done, and they want to either drop them off or use the portal, whatever they want to do, I'm good with that. But get a hold of me, shoot me an email, Joe at jnjtaxesandmore.com,
Okay.
and you can call the office. Numbers up there 734-523-8291. Like my Facebook page, I try to give some decent information on there. I try not to overdo it, because I know I'm like I like some pages, and then some of them just kind of overdo it with the posting. It's like okay, this is the 6th post I've seen today from you. I mean that's a little much, I think, even though I'm not doing a whole lot these days, so I got time to read them, but
yeah.
But like my Facebook page, I try to give good information. You can always shoot me a message through there, a private message. But feel free to contact me, even if someone else does your taxes. If I can help you out or a question or something, I'm more than happy to do it.
Well, I can tell you, Joe's done our taxes for quite a few years now, Joe.
Yeah, and you're not in jail yet.
We're quite pleased. Good job, and you're just a great guy. You really do a good job.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, thanks, Joe. Really appreciate the information as always. And, you can always come back anytime.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I love being here.
Even if it isn't tax related.
There you go. We talk about sports or something. Well, not right now we can't, but.
Hey, when this is all over, we're going to have to celebrate somehow. We'll go out to dinner or do something.
There you go. Sounds good.
All right, Joe. You take care. All right.
All right. Thanks.
Thanks
again, everybody.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. Joe Bartley from J&J Taxes and More. All right. I do want to read the email that I got from Mayor Walker today. He wanted me to pass along that the skateboard park is closed. The ice rink is closed. Playgrounds are all closed. That means keep your kids off the playgrounds. They don't want you on them. City Hall is closed, open by phone Monday through Thursday, 9 to 5. Police and fire, normal emergency operations. DPW, normal outside work. Also, the Easter egg hunt has been canceled, as well as the fire hydrant painting has been canceled. This came through today. Yard waste pickup has been suspended temporarily starting Monday, April 13th, and it's to be determined when they'll start that again. And as soon as we find out, we will let you know. The city actually had nothing to do with that. They were not involved in that. And that was all GFL. All right, here are the latest COVID-19 numbers for Garden City through today. As of now, we have 55 residents that have been tested positive. And unfortunately, we are up to 3 deaths now. 3 deaths. So that's unfortunate. The state of Michigan is up to 21,505 tested positive. And we're now over 1,000. We got 1,076 deaths of Michigan residents. So he is urging everybody to stay home, stay safe, and be sure to wash your hands. And I thank the mayor for that email and that information. And whenever we get any information, we will definitely pass it along to you guys for sure. All right. Let's see. Remember, if you're interested in coming on our show as a guest, it's very easy. We'd love to have you. Maybe you know someone who might be interested. If so, send us an email at gcommunitychat.gmail.com, or you can visit our website and contact us through the website at gcommunitychat.com. Send us your name, email address, and a brief message, and we'll get back to you usually within 24 hours. During this time, we can do the show remotely and safely, just like tonight. Maybe you own a business or belong to an organization. You'd like to share your information with us and the surrounding community. If so, contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you. Let's see. If you want to download the audio of tonight's show, just go to iHeartRadio and search for Garden City Community Chat with Carrie Parton. That's up on your screen. You can also follow our show on Facebook at facebook.com/GCChat. And please visit our website at gccommunitychat.com for more information. We got a lot of stuff over there for you. Let's see. We stay home. We stay separated today so we can be together tomorrow. That is my quote. I love that verse. The bottom line is to continue staying home, especially if you're sick. Continue the physical distancing. I like that better than the social distancing. I think people should still be social, whether it's online, through Facebook or what we're doing right now, texting, sending a card through the mail to someone you might love. We still need that social contact. Continue to wash your hands, very important. Don't panic, don't hoard. Check on your neighbors, especially your seniors. They are very vulnerable at this time. Remember, we are all in this together, and we will all get through this together. Let's see. Do we have any other comments on here? Did you see? Oh, yeah. Thanks for reminding me. I wanted to go up here. I got to go up to the comments and check. Oh, it's gone already. Oh, no, here it is. Lynn Hammond, this is totally off topic and meant as a community announcement at the end of your show. I wanted to let everyone know that the Sports Venue Bar and Grill has graciously decided to be open on Easter Sunday and will be offering some sort of Easter meal. They are still working on the menu, but say they will be open from 1 to 5 p.m. This is a great opportunity for folks quarantining by themselves or folks who just don't feel like cooking. Let's please show our support for this kind and generous gesture. And I thank you, Lynn, for that. That is, Lori does a great job over there at Sports Venue. She's continued to give curb service with a limited menu and to take care of our residents. So we really appreciate everything she does. Opal, you are welcome. Thank you very much. Another great show. We appreciate that always. And we always appreciate you listening. And with that said, I think we are ready to call this a podcast. Special thanks to Kelly Sandberg from the P.O.E.T Animal Rescue. You can contact Kelly at 734-732-8593. They are always looking for volunteers, and they do take donations of money and food. So if you could handle that, she would really appreciate it. I know a lot of people are off right now and probably have time to volunteer. So it's a great organization. They do great things. Let's see. Thanks to Mr. Joe Bartley from J&J Taxes and more as well. He's located at 29217 Ford Road in Garden City. Like he said, you can go there, drop it through his slot in his door, and that's it. It's very simple. If you want to contact Joe, call him at 734-523-8291. He's a great guy. He'll answer your questions, even if he doesn't do your taxes for you. So you can pick his brain a little bit. He enjoys it. And thanks to my awesome co-host for tonight, Dr. Tom Iwinski. Fantastic job as always. And shout out to Mike. Stay safe, my friend. We will be together again soon. Also, thanks to all of you for tuning in on Facebook, and also those of you that have downloaded the audio and are listening. We really appreciate your support each and every week. Be sure to view this video and past videos at your convenience, especially if you tuned in late tonight, by going to our Facebook page at facebook.com/GCChat. We hope you'll check them out and feel free to share with your friends. All you have to do is click on the left side of the page, the videos tab, and all our past videos will come up and you can check them out. And please don't forget to stop by our website, gccommunitychat.com. Let's see. Sherry Weatherby Frost. Be sure to tip the SV. Oh, yeah, sports venue staff well. Yes, they do a great job. Mayor Walker says, be sure to stay home. Stay safe. Thank you, Mayor. I read your announcement too for you. A reminder, you can also download the audio of tonight's show by going to iHeartRadio. Just search for GC Community Chat with Carrie Parton. So you can download our show, take it with you, listen in your car or wherever you may be. We have you covered. And as always, before I sign off, I just want to give a shout out and a huge thank you to all of our healthcare workers, nurses, doctors, caregivers, our first responders, police and fire, grocery workers, mail carriers, pharmacy workers, everyone on the front line who serve and protect us every day. We cannot thank you enough. Be safe, and we are praying for you and your families. Remember, we stay separated today so that we can be together tomorrow. Don't forget that. And when we see you, any of the heroes out there, please stop and say thank you and let them know that you really appreciate them. Also, remember to be safe out there. Wash your hands frequently, like the mayor said. Don't touch your face, cough into your arm. And if you are sick, please stay home and continue the physical distancing. Don't go to the parks. Don't congregate. If your kids are out in the park and they're congregating, you parents need to get them home and set them down and instruct them on how serious this is. Please do that. The other day, I got a picture from a resident who was walking the park, and it was all these kids that were in the skate park over there. When it's closed, there's an orange fence around it, and they were in there. So where are the parents? Why are the parents not involved in this? Keep your kids home, please, because they're just going to bring something home to you or your grandparents. So check it out. All right. Also, check on your neighbors, especially the elderly. If you are a young person, like I said, take this seriously. Practice your physical distancing. You don't want to expose your family or your parents or your grandparents or anyone who has health issues. You have to be safe. All right. Remember, the success of a community depends on the community. So please support your local businesses. They need that support now more than ever. We talked about that a little bit tonight. I want to thank all the businesses that have stayed open to support the residents, doing the carryouts and curb service. Much appreciated. And if you see something, say something. Look out for one another out there. For all your weather information, be sure to head on over to doppertomsweather.com. He's got a great user-friendly website over there. We will see you back here next Thursday, April 16th, live at 8 p.m., when our guest will be Dennis Gillardin from the Livonia Camera Club. So that should be interesting. So until then, thanks for listening. Be well, stay safe, happy Easter, and good night. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being on the show and watching. I hope you got some great information tonight. We will see you next week with Dennis Gillardin from the Livonia Camera Club. Remember, if you guys have any questions or comments, you can email me at gccommunitychat@gmail.com or wait until next week and put them up in the comment section. Thank you all. Please be safe and hug your families. Take care.